Good evening, wrestling fans, and welcome back to the Nation Network. This is WCW Nitro. This is a WrestleVerse edition. Anything goes, anyone goes here in WrestleVerse.
Well, never more obvious than this right here. Look at who's crashing the WCW Nitro set.
The Viking Raiders making their way down for the opening contest, and what a night we've got for you tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Combined weight of 552 pounds, Ivar and Eric, the Viking Raiders.
Later tonight, main event, we're going to see the tag team champions in a non-title match. One that you'll be talking about for quite some time, ladies and gentlemen. Also later tonight, it's going to be Hollywood versus Immortal. The feud continues.
Not only that, but we've got a championship match on the line later on. We're going to see the United States champion, the total package, Lex Luger, defending that title right here on Nitro.
It is going to be a who's who of professional wrestling, ladies and gentlemen, right here on Nitro. You won't want to miss it. And here come their opponents. Take a look at this, the new $1 million champion.
Victoria, Texas, weighing in at 252 pounds, the $1 million champion, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
The Texas rattlesnake himself, Stone Cold Steve Austin, has come down to the ring with that prize that he stole, in my opinion, from the $1 million man, Ted DiBiase.
He did not steal that whatsoever. He defeated him for that championship title.
No, that is property of the $1 million man. He spent his own money making that up.
That may be the case, but he put it on the line and he came up short, and now he is chasing it down.
And from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, weighing in at 201 pounds, Tommaso Ciampa.
Talk about unlikely team partner. Tommaso Ciampa and Stone Cold Steve Austin. Who would have thought that one?
Well, again, this is WrestleVerse. Anyone goes. Whether or not the chemistry will be there between these two men, as it will be with the Viking Raiders, yet to be seen. It'll be Ivar starting it off against Stone Cold Steve Austin, and here we go. Big right hand drops him, and now Austin wasting no time at all. Follows up with that elbow right to the upper body. Capacity crowd on hand.
What's with all the flashing lights on this one?
No idea. Never noticed that before. They just went out. Well, we're having a flashback to the 80s there for just a moment. Head first into the boot, and now Ciampa comes in.
Well, Tommaso Ciampa, I beg your pardon. He's definitely going to be the smallest man in the match, and he's going to have to rely on quickness. He's put together pretty good, and he's a tough guy, but man, he's given up the world in size and strength when it comes to the Viking Raiders. It will not be an easy challenge.
No, but thus far, Ivar has absorbed literally all the punishment here. And this team of Austin and Ciampa starting to look pretty good.
Well, they better figure out something real quick, because Ivar is getting his ass handed to him right now.
I apologize to all the fans out there for the commentary of my colleague.
You don't apologize for me. I call it like it is, and I just did.
Backs it into the ropes. Ciampa down, back body drop all the way to the floor.
Well, he just landed really hard, and it was a free fall from over 10 feet, I would suggest.
Eric now in for the Viking Raiders, and he is dealing with a less than 100% Tommaso Ciampa. As Ciampa really landing with a thud here ringside just moments ago.
Well, now we're starting to see that size and weight and strength advantage play out the way I was kind of anticipating it would from the beginning.
Ciampa using the ropes to get back up, and he is hanging on. Ivar back in. Oh, my goodness. Caught off with that cross-body block. Some near 300 pounds of him, and Ciampa's back up, doesn't know where he is. Nice block. And now Ivar with a neck breaker. And now made the mistake, did Ivar.
Yeah, you can't turn your back on your opponent. He hasn't put him down nearly bad enough for take that kind of an opportunity. It's not like the fans really care about him that much anyway, so why are you bothering with them for? Focus on your opponent in the ring.
Driving that knee right into the lower back of Ivar. Now tag is made, and once again we see the new $1 million champion, Stone Cold Steve Austin. As Austin unloads with a series of rights and lefts.
Well, Ivar went for that cross block that we've seen before. Austin was ready for it. You're not going to surprise Stone Cold Steve Austin, I don't think.
Indeed, you're not. Former world champion, former everything, tag team champion, you name it, he's held it at one point in time or another, Intercontinental title. As he shoots him to the ropes, nice drop down now by Austin. Back body drop. Austin now being led to the wrong part of town.
Yeah, you don't want to get caught up in that corner because now it's not just one, but 2 times the problem.
Eric got some words for the Texas Rattlesnake. As Austin helps him back up to his feet. To the ropes he goes, over the top, and he hangs on. Flying drop kick off the apron.
He hit with a thud as well. Didn't go quite the distance that we saw Tommaso Ciampa earlier. But at the same point in time, you're landing on that outside floor surface. And I'm telling you right now, there's just no giving that.
Knee to the midsection, and now Stone Cold Steve Austin. Feeling it, thinking things are going their way. The unusual pairing of Austin and Ciampa, as we've mentioned already. Stunner! Stone Cold Stunner!
Off the apron, no less, using the rope for added leverage. What a move right there. And I can tell you, Eric is in a whole world of trouble.
Austin has definitely got the attention. There's a Thesz press. Stone Cold Steve Austin in complete control of this one. Boot to the midsection. Stunner.
He hooks the leg. Will that be enough?
And the save is made. It was about to be over. Oh, there's another one. And Austin again goes for the cover. Will he be able to kick out after 2? He will not. A dejected team in the ring right now. They can't. What's going on now?
Well, it looked like they were having a problem with one another, but now they've got a problem. Look at this.
That's Booker T and I believe Diamond Dallas Page.
Well, if they actually had some lighting on the stage, we would know for sure, wouldn't we?
AEW Fight Forever was revealed to the world.
I can't believe what I just saw!
And the reaction was was nothing short of spectacular.
Bring it! Let's see it! Oh my God! Incredible!
Do you remember the feeling when you could just pick up and play a video game?
That feeling is back.
Are you ready to reignite the magic?
AEW Fight Forever.
Has deep career modes. You can create your own wrestler, like me,
And use all of my signature moves.
Battle it out in some of my favorite matches, like Lights Out.
falls count anyway. And don't forget about the weapons.
All the weapons. Now it's time for you to create your unforgettable moments. AEW Fight Forever, coming soon.
All right, fans, we are back, and it is time for the United States Championship title match. Here's a man who is no stranger to that title.
No, as a matter of fact, he held that title for a little bit, had some incredibly memorable matches with that championship, and now trying to get it back around his waist. But that's going to be easier said than done.
Magnum TA hits the ring, getting ready to go one-on-one with the United States Champion, the Total Package, Lex Luger, here in another dream match, part of WrestleVerse. And here comes the reigning United States Champion, the Total Package himself, Lex Luger.
I can say one thing right now, the Total Package Lex Luger doesn't look all that happy to have to be here tonight.
Well, be that as it may, he is going to have to be here. He's going to have to put that title on the line, and a better challenger I don't think he'll be able to find. Mixed reactions from the crowd here for the Total Package. Want to send a shout out for everybody watching us here live on the Nation Network for this Insomnia edition. Big JH in the house along with Andrew Roberts.
Corey Andrews also joining us along with Ricky J. Curran. Welcome aboard.
The United States Championship title is what is at stake here tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WCW United States Championship. Introducing the challenger from Virginia Beach, Virginia, weighing in at 245 pounds, Magnum TA. And his opponent from Atlanta, Georgia, weighing in at 270 pounds. He is the WCW United States Champion, the Total Package, Lex Luger.
Well, I'll say this much right now. In my opinion, the Total Package, Lex Luger, he is the champion. That means, in my opinion, he has the advantage. Of course, he automatically has the champion's advantage. He can get counted out, he can get disqualified, and still become or remain the United States champion. It is completely up to Magnum TA to find a way to either pin him or make him submit. And can you imagine seeing the Total Package submit?
No, it is very hard to imagine that happening. Bell sounds, actions underway as these two men waste no time at all, meeting up in the middle of the ring. And the power of the Total Package on display with a major slam of Magnum TA.
Now, I'm somebody who knows a little bit about well-developed physiques, and I can tell you right now, the Total Package, Lex Luger, living up to that name each and every time I see him. He doesn't miss any days in the gym, that's for damn sure.
Indeed, he has put together. The moniker of Total Package is one he has earned. You don't become the United States champion by accident.
No, you certainly do not.
And now it is Magnum TA firing back with some offense of his own, going to work on the arm of the total package. We talked earlier about pinfalls or submission. When it comes to submission, the total package has the torture rack that we have seen him draw a lot of victories from. And of course, when Magnum TA, he'll be looking for that belly-to-belly suplex if the opportunity arises.
Well, either one of those two moves can end the match very quickly. Whether or not either of these two dudes will be able to make it happen, that's what we're all here for.
Action spills out to the ringside area here on the floor. The total package with a belly-to-back suplex here on the concrete surface. As Magnum TA on the receiving end. Lined up punch by the total package continues. And now it is Luger from the top rope. What is he thinking? Clothesline!
Well done, well timed, and it was a perfect hit.
Indeed, Magnum TA right now reeling from the impact of that one, and now drops him on the top turnbuckle head first. Hook of the leg. Will it be enough?
Well, he was able to kick out on one, but it's still early in the match. Give it some time and let's see what happens.
Remind everyone out there, hit that like button down below. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe and the bell notification so you don't miss it whenever we go live. It could be at 1 a.m.
It happens.
Nice move right there by Magnum. And now the total package in trouble. Luger. He might want to create some distance right now and just get himself back together. Nice crucifix right there by the champion.
Yeah, we can't forget the title's on the line here. For Luger, there's a lot more going on in his mind than a normal match. One mistake and he knows it, and it'll be all over.
Pops him up in the air, and Magnum comes crashing back down.
Yeah, isn't gravity a fickle bitch?
From the middle rope, and now Luger took too much time. Magnum gonna make a pin. Holy cow!
He just threw him right off the top rope, bounced off the apron, and now the total package better figure something out. That's a terrible move.
Oh, and a pile driver. This thing is breaking down, and the champion is in a lot of trouble.
Well, for the first time in the match, I'll say this. Magnum TA's looking a little bit mean here, and he's going to need that, in my opinion.
And he just busted open the champion. The blood starting to flow. The total package going to have to reach deep down inside if he's going to retain the United States Championship here tonight. Belly to belly. He tried on, couldn't get it.
Very close, so you saw him going for it, and Luger was ready. There's a level of desperation right now in the total package, Lex Luger, that wasn't there before.
Luger went for the cover, got a 2 count on Magnum, and now went for a leg drop, nobody home.
You see that blood flowing down the face of Luger, and the total package is going to have to start worrying about that getting in his eyes.
From behind, Magnum TA with a series of forearm shots to the back, and now drops him. Gunther's hooked the leg. Will we have a new champion here? 2 count, and he gets a shoulder up off the canvas. Magnum unloading. Belly to belly, overhead. Overhead belly to belly suplex.
Yeah, that's not the one he normally goes with when he's going for the victory, but just as deadly.
On a clothesline, Luger momentarily stalled himself by grabbing the top rope, trying to throw Magnum's timing off, but it didn't work.
Right now, Magnum TA is in complete control of this one.
Spine buster by Magnum, and now the challenger is taken over in a big way. The total package is in trouble. Hook of the leg. There's one. There's two. We have a new champion.
Unbelievable. Magnum TA has regained the United States Championship right here on Nitro.
As we take a look at the replay, ladies and gentlemen, it was the spine buster that did him in at the end of the day.
Well, it was the final nail in the coffin is what I would say. There was a lot leading up to that spine buster, but he rattled the total package when he threw him off the top rope. In my opinion, never came back from that.
The brand new United States Champion Magnum TA. More action to come here on Nitro.
Hey, UPW fans, want to put your own universe together? Now available on Community Creation, up to 11 different UPW superstars. You can grab and add to your own collection. Fill your roster with Northern Lightning, Dewey Job, Nathan with Powers, Ginger Queen, Sir Oliver Buckingham, and special bonus, Jordan Gemini. Right now on Community Creations, just search for hashtag #OneNation, the number one, and the word nation. Build your Ultra Pro Wrestling universe today.
All right, a battle of the 16-time world champions about to commence. We see Ric Flair starting things off with a handshake.
Well, you have to have a level of mutual respect when you're looking at two dudes that combine for 32 world championships.
Indeed, this is a battle of the WWE versus the WCW here on Nitro. Cena in enemy territory here tonight.
Yeah, he's not going to find too many fans around ringside here tonight.
This is definitely what I'd consider to be Ric Flair territory, but that said, still plenty of action to go with this one. And remember, still to come, Hollywood versus Immortal. And the WCW Tag Team titles are not on the line, but the champions are in action. You'll want to be here for that. Collar and elbow tie up briefly, and now Cena using that power advantage to take Ric Flair all the way over. And now the action here on the floor, and that has got to be considered Ric Flair territory.
Well, he's the dirtiest player in the game, self-professed, and if you get out on the floor with Ric Flair, you're definitely into no man's land, in my opinion.
Oh, the Nature Boy doing the header. Big right hand, and now he's got the attention of John Cena up in the air. Atomic knee drop. Now the cross ankle sweep as the referee's count continues to climb. Both men have to be aware. As Cena, sunset flip on the floor, and Flair may have hit the back of his head.
Yeah, he looks a little bit dazed right now, and he might not be so sure of where he's at. You get your bell rung like that, and it can take you a few minutes to get the cobwebs to clear.
Up in the air, power bomb. Cena cover, hooks the leg, got two. And the Nature Boy Ric Flair got a shoulder up. Capacity crowd seeing one for the ages right here. Cena hits with a shoulder block. And now a second shoulder block. Has Flair up in the air and down. And here you go. Wait a minute.
Well, it looked like he was going to go for the five-knuckle shuffle, but Flair was rolling towards the ropes.
Cena tried to take advantage of a pin opportunity right there. Flair able to kick out, but the Nature Boy not looking too good right now. Oh, big up kick right to the face of John Cena. And now abdominal stretch is in.
Well, I'll be very surprised for one if Cena were to tap out. Maybe to the figure 4 leg lock, but I doubt seriously the abdominal stretch.
Once again, Cena taking the Nature Boy down. And here comes the STF.
STFU is cinched in, and referee is right there to ask the Nature Boy if he wants to give it up.
Well, we're used to seeing Flair with that figure 4 leg lock. He just got a taste of what John Cena has to offer. Right to the eyes, and now the Nature Boy goes down low.
The dirtiest player in the game, what do you expect? One thing about Ric Flair, one of the reasons why I've always loved him is he plays from my rule book. Win if you can, lose if you must, but always cheat.
And now the figure 4 is on. Cena is in a world of trouble. The pain etched upon his face, and he tries to turn it over, and he does.
And now Flair has to release it right away because it turns the energy of that move right back on you.
Indeed, and now, big roundhouse shot to the midsection. Flair brought back out to the middle of the ring. Has him up in the air. Oh, attitude adjustment. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. He got him. Comes to enemy territory and pulls out a victory.
Not the most popular one, if we're going to call it like it is, but hey, when you got a battle of the two champions like this one, something's going to give.
I am sure we've not heard the last of this, but what an impressive win for John Cena. Stick around, fans. More action still to come. We'll be right back with more Nitro.
In 1982, he fought for his life. In 1985, he fought for his country. In 1988, he fought for his friend. In 2008, he fought for freedom. In 2019, they drew last blood. And now, in 2023. And if you think that's messed up, wait until you see the reboot of Transformers.
All right, fans. We just received word that Hollywood Hogan is not in the building.
Well, that just about figures. The man with the NWO, the man with the championship doesn't show up tonight. One way or another, he's a chump in my opinion.
Understand that the powers that be are looking for a suitable replacement. Hollywood and Immortal met recently here on WrestleVerse, and that was one for the ages. Might have something to do with why Hollywood has not shown up here tonight for the NWO. We know Hall and Nash are definitely in the building. The Immortal One, Hulk Hogan, in the ring, ready for action. Now the question is, who will he be going up against?
Got my curiosity piqued.
What in the world is this?
I don't know for sure, but I'll tell you right now. Oh, hold on just a moment.
Weighing in at 190 pounds.
The Demon, Finn Balor. Oh, I'll tell you what, this is a main event anywhere in the world, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, he's going to be giving up a whole lot of size and weight and strength to Hollywood, or I beg your pardon, to the immortal Hulk Hogan.
He is a versatile athlete, former world champion in his own right, so don't let the size fool you. One of the most athletic individuals you'll ever see inside the squared circle. More than capable of beating anybody on any given night. Well, I'll tell you, this Demon, the alter ego of Finn Balor, and you never know what to expect other than the unexpected. As you see, the Immortal One there ringside, almost face to face with the Demon.
There's a bit of a stare down going on right now. You see Hogan trying to stay pumped up in the background, but this is a curveball and not the man he was expecting to get in the ring with. No preparation, and again, this is a totally different style. We were looking at power versus power, and now all of a sudden you've got this agility and speed as your opponent standing across the ring from you.
Well, it's going to be a true test for the former World Heavyweight Champion. Both of these men, former World Heavyweight Champions. Man, oh man, this thing is got to be off the hook. Bell sounds, action's underway. They tie up, and right away, it is the power of Hulkamania.
Well, you know what? The power of Hulkamania had its day back in the 80s, maybe even into the 90s, but nowadays, I gotta tell you, I have a funny feeling that a Demon might get over.
Well, he's definitely going to have the opportunity right here tonight. Collar and elbow once again in Hogan, using that size advantage thus far. As the Demon rolls out to the floor. Hogan, what is he doing? On the top rope, we don't see this. Oh my goodness.
302 pounds coming off the top rope and connecting with an elbow drop.
Shades of the Macho Man, Randy Savage. And we thought that perhaps it would have been Hogan that would have been rattled by the last-minute change of opposition, but thus far, I believe he has brought the same exact game plan to this match. Referee better watch himself. Oh, he got in the way, and that distraction allowed the opening. DDT now by the Demon.
Well, Balor better not spend too much time celebrating before it's too late.
Caught him with a sling blade, did the Demon, and now He's got Hogan. Back heel trip and slams him down to the canvas. The Immortal One staggered and down after a forearm shiver by the Demon.
That one's a little surprising to me.
Oh, he's got one across face. Hogan is going to have to find a way to power out of this one.
Well, there were shades of 1983 right there, remembering when the Iron Sheik had him in the camel clutch for the World Championship at Madison Square Garden, and just like he did back then, he was able to come battling back.
Oh, the right hand and a left and down the DDT. There's the Irish whip into the turnbuckle. Back elbow, finding the mark. Down to the canvas he goes. Hook and a leg. And now the bear hug is on. Hogan squeezing for all he's worth.
Trying to draw submission indeed, and he might be able to pull it off here.
The Demon with a series of elbows and now rings the bell to get out of that hole.
Well, I'll say Hogan's fighting the right type of match. He is using the size and strength advantage. He's putting the extra pounds of his body frame all over the Demon and making him carry that extra weight.
Over the top, oh my goodness, wipes out the Immortal One right here on the floor. Does the Demon.
What kind of a move would it be? What would it take for the Demon to put Hogan down for the 3 count, I wonder?
Well, we know he's got that coup de grace, that double stomp off the top rope, and if he can hit with that thing, oh man, it's not good. We know that. Another sling blade. Follows it up with a drop kick, and now Hogan is in a whole lot of trouble.
This is what we talked about early on. Now that suddenly the agility factor is starting to finally kick in. Balor managed to withstand the early storm of Hulk Hogan, but now can Hogan Hulk up and come back as we've seen him do time and time again? Or can Balor put the final nail in the coffin?
Time is gonna tell. We won't have to wait long. Hogan with a headbutt, down he goes. Hogan on the apron, and Balor has him. Stunner off the top.
Apparently he was watching Stone Cold earlier on tonight.
Hogan working the crowd, and that's not the right move.
Yeah, leave it to this show pony right here, Hogan, to have to go to the crowd for support. You know what? If you're any good, you'll just take care of business in the ring.
Well, right now they're taking care of business outside the ring as they finally get back in. Hogan by the throat with a choke slam.
Not a move we traditionally associate with Hulkamania, but hey.
Well, this is WrestleVerse, ladies and gentlemen. You gotta pull all the stops sometimes, as you would know.
Hey, win if you can, lose if you must, but always cheat.
We've had some technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen, I believe. We may be back on the air. This program has been recorded in its entirety. Coup de grace. Will that man off? Hooks the leg. Hogan might be in trouble. There's two. Oh, my goodness. Balor going up again. The Demon for the second consecutive time, and I don't think Hogan's going to survive this one.
What a victory. What a win that was for the Demon. I love it.
Dejected Hulk Hogan, what's going on? Oh, there's Hollywood! There to rub salt in the wound! And he just left the Immortal One laying.
You will never pin me. Now it's everybody's favorite time.
All right, fans, time for the main event of the evening.
On the way to the ring at a combined weight of 531 pounds, Rick and Scott, the Steiner Brothers.
Once again, we apologize. Technical difficulties have been restored. This program been recorded from the beginning, will be aired in its entirety.
Well, we're taking a look right now at a couple of dudes who know their way around the squared circle. Rick and Scott Steiner, they've had their eyes set on the Tag Team Championship. And while they're not going to have the titles on the line here tonight, they're definitely going to have an opportunity to get down and dirty with the Tag Team Champions.
Now, the NWO has already done what it does best, as we just saw Hollywood Hogan. He was here somewhere.
608 pounds, the WCW World Tag Team Champions, Scott Hall and Kevin Nash, the NWO.
Want to welcome everyone joining us here live on the Nation Network. Again, apologies for the technical difficulties. We will rebroadcast the entirety of this event later on, so you will not miss any of the action during the downtime.
Want to welcome Originally as well as Dwight Race watching us live right now, as is the Nacho Man.
Andrew Roberts in the house, as are the NWO. The Outsiders, Hall and Nash, with the WCW Tag Team titles. They won't put them on the line here tonight, but it's only a matter of time. Bell sounds, action's underway, and here they go. As Rick Steiner goes to work on the arm and the shoulder of Scott Hall. All four of these men highly successful as tag team wrestlers as well as individual wrestlers.
Everyone in this ring has won gold at every level they've ever competed, whether that's talking about the Intercontinental Championships of Razor Ramon, the World Championships of Scott Steiner,
Television Championship of his brother Rick Steiner, and of course the World Heavyweight Championship of Kevin Nash. They've all been successful as singles wrestlers and have also done very well for themselves as tag teams. All thrown out to the floor and almost like a lumberjack match, thrown back in. Look at this, Kevin Nash reaching almost through Scott Steiner to make the tag, and he's in.
Scott Steiner's a powerhouse, though. Even the fact, normally I would say the size strength advantage goes to Kevin Nash, and don't get me wrong, he's got a size and strength advantage. But the way Scott Steiner's put together, it's not that much, and I don't even give him the advantage based on the fact that he could probably outlift him in a gym.
Steiner, an accomplished amateur wrestler, University of Michigan, as he and his brother both competed there at the collegiate level, have turned that and transitioned it into a professional career that has really put together a most decorated resume. Shoulder blocked now by the dog-faced gremlin, as he bounces the head of Kevin Nash off the canvas. Rick Steiner was here at WCW prior to his brother's arrival, a member of the Varsity Club.
Varsity Club was one hell of an organization. These guys had some of the top talent anywhere in the world of professional wrestling in that group. Every one of them was a letterman.
And the likes of Mike Rotundo, Dr. D, David Schultz, and of course Rick Steiner, led by none other than the Taskmaster himself, Kevin Sullivan. Kevin Nash now going to work on the leg.
Well, it's not a bad idea. You take out one of the wheels on a Steiner and it makes him a lot less effective.
Double team now coming up by the tag team champions. Again, the title's not on the line here tonight in the main event. Double back body drop, and he went sailing on that one. Irish whip to the ropes, back out front, back body drop, and now a little good for you, good for me, as Steiner brings him over to the corner, head first. Double team right now by the brothers. Irish whip and Scott brought back in, clothesline.
Well, the Steiners are known for a lot of things, but one of them is the Steiner line.
It is one of the most devastating clotheslines in the world of professional wrestling, right up there with the Russian sickle.
Stan Larry and Hansen would be very proud of the Steiners and what they've done with that Steiner line of theirs.
Northern Light suplex, and now Hall cover, hooks the leg. One count. A match like this, a lot of people would almost wonder why Hall and Nash would even take it, but I've got my suspicions.
What suspicions do you have, little man?
Well, the title's not on the line, as we already know. This is a great way to really see what the number one contenders are all about, to prepare, perhaps put a game plan strategy together, if you would, for when the titles are on the line in the near future. Electric chair drop, and the big man just goes crashing to the mat.
Well, that's what I mentioned earlier. Scott Steiner's put together in a kind of way that he can do stuff like that.
Steiner now has him on the top rope. Frankensteiner! Oh, that might be all she wrote.
He should go for the cover, making a big mistake, in my opinion, by tagging in his brother. You know, we talk about the Steiners and the way they wrestle and the way they're put together, but there is one thing that separates these two brothers, in my opinion, and I think it's been well documented.
What is that?
Rick Steiner's not the brightest guy, man. He's just not the brightest bulb on the Christmas tree.
Oh, I disagree.
Disagree all you want. You can't tell me he's not a few French fries short of a Happy Meal, now can you?
Save made right there by Scott Steiner. And now Hall throwing him out to the floor. And meantime, it is Kevin Nash going to work on the dog-faced gremlin. Oh, that was a tough knee right upside the head, and Steiner is in trouble.
Well, we talked about the Steiner line, but we just saw the outsider line.
There's the power bomb. Oh, another choke slam. That's been the move of the night. No. Rick Steiner gets out of it, at least momentarily. We've got action inside the ring. A battle going on here on the floor.
Cameraman is staying focused on what's in the ring, and that's what matters the most.
Rick Steiner desperately trying to make it over to his brother to make the tag, and now all four participants are back in their rightful locations. I don't think Kevin Nash realizes that the tag was made.
Well, he does now.
Nash with a bunch of hard right hands right to the midsection. Gets back to the vertical base. Kevin Nash with a very familiar story of professional wrestlers who started out as bouncers at nightclubs where other wrestlers would attend. Saw the sheer look and size of this big man, and he was brought into the business. Tilt-a-whirl slam, got a 2 count. And again, all 4 men battling it out right now. Nash goes for the cover and hooks the leg. 1 count as Scott Steiner able to kick out. Irish whip to the ropes. Big boot right to the face. Down he goes. And there's the tag made, and now Rick Steiner with a shoulder block.
Nash making a mistake again of worried about the crowd. Ignore these fools. They mean nothing. They're not going to help you in any way, shape, or form. You have to stay focused on what's happening in the ring.
Death Valley driver. Got a 1 count. And now, Hall sent over the top rope, landing hard on the floor as a dog-faced gremlin. Fighting off both members of the NWO. And now the sidewalk slam here on the floor. Into the ring he goes. And now let's see what happens here. Kevin Nash still on the floor. Hasn't. Oh, look at this shoulder block taking Scott Hall off the apron.
You might call that a preemptive strike, but in my opinion, that was a dirty move.
Going for the jackknife. Not going to happen. Big boot to the head. Oh, he's bleeding. Kevin Nash is a bloody mess. Reaches up and makes the desperation tag, and now Scott Hall.
Referee is getting in the way right now, and Rick Steiner just drops Scott Hall.
Irish whip into the turnbuckle he goes. Let's see what Steiner has in mind. Here's the bulldog. That might be it. There's one. Save is made, or it would have been over.
Yeah, no doubt in my mind this match would have been finished if it weren't for the outside interference, and now here comes the tag.
Scott Steiner, he's been on the apron. He's well rested, and now is he ready to put it away? Oh, look at this choke slam. Hall goes for the cover, but Rick Steiner is there to make the save.
He's going to go for the outsider's edge right here.
Rick Steiner saying goodbye to his brother. In the meantime, Scott is there with the opportunity.
This could be that Frankensteiner off the top rope. We saw it on Kevin Nash earlier. Now Scott Hall gets to taste it.
He goes for the cover this time. Will that be enough? 1, 2.
Not sure if it was a save or a kick out, but either way, the match continues.
Scott Steiner looking up at Kevin Nash, and Nash delivers the right hand. He's got Nash up. Head first into the apron.
Steiner's having a hard time focusing on the legal man in this match, and I believe that's going to cost him.
Scott Hall has him. Free fall. The last call by Scott Hall follows him in. Oh, a boot to the head. That was brutal. He's going for the choke slam, has him up. and drives him hard to the canvas. Goes for the cover. There's one. There's two. And he almost got him. Nash has to try to figure out, what do I have to do to keep this guy down?
Well, thus far, nothing has worked.
Steiner driver! Once again, the save had to be made or it would have been over.
Well, he's making a real big mistake, in my opinion, going up on that corner, but he got away with it.
Double team by the Steiners. Into the turnbuckle he goes, and now Rick Steiner follows him in. Back elbow. Series of shots now. Head first into the turnbuckle.
Oh, look at the blood streaming down the face of Rick Steiner right now.
Kevin Nash busted open. Rick Steiner is bleeding as well. And there's the jackknife powerbomb. Will it be enough? Referee just got taken out.
Well, when you want to talk about win if you can, lose if you must, but always cheat, I suppose that would have to fall in line with what we just saw right there.
This is what the NWO does.
Well, that wasn't the NWO. That was the Steiner brothers.
Granted, but it's the chaos that's led up to the moment. We've seen the Steiners time and time again victorious in this match, if not for the continuous outside interference.
Well, you could say that for both teams.
Referee count continues. In the meantime, we see Rick Steiner trying to do some damage to the left arm and shoulder of Kevin Nash. Oh, what's he going to do here? Bring Scott Hall into the match.
Now, what's he doing? He was standing outside the ring, minding his own business. What was that for?
Steiner has him up in the air. Steiner driver, that's it. It's over. Referee, do your job, man. 1, 2. He kicked out. Can you believe this?
Scott Hall was going to be no help whatsoever. He couldn't see straight.
Butterfly powerbomb, and now let's see what's happening here. Tag made. Steiner's doing a tremendous job right now of keeping the fresh man in the ring.
Have you seen the face of Rick Steiner? That's the fresh man. Looks more like fresh beef. Roadkill Cafe, if you ask me.
Steiner with a back elbow. Hitting the mark with that one, and now bringing Kevin Nash over to the corner. Double team perhaps with his brother. There's the tag made.
Now they're supposed to have 5 seconds. I've already counted past 5. What is this referee doing?
Oh, look at this double team. DDT off the shoulders. Kevin Nash rolling out to the floor. He is out. And now Scott Hall on the apron. Another big right hand. Hall and Nash. Oh, shot to the midsection. Went for that Steiner line.
He couldn't connect with it, though, and again, that's where the size advantage does help. He had to try and jump up to make contact with that clothesline, and he missed, overshot the target.
Both of these teams have been in a war here tonight as a tag is made. What is it going to take to put it away? Outsider's edge right here, and Scott Steiner pays the price. Cover.
Has him in his corner. He did everything he could possibly do. It was up to Kevin Nash to make the stop.
Rick Steiner. Oh, no, 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 don't do this. No. Power bomb all the way to the floor.
I don't know that Rick Steiner's going to be able to get back into this match after that one.
Tornado punch knocks him cold. Tag is made. And now here comes Kevin Nash.
I feel he's making a big mistake right now. While Rick Steiner's out is when you should be going for the cover.
And he does. Will that be enough? It is.
Well, he almost let that opportunity slip by, but he got it done just in the nick of time.
They are the tag team champions, ladies and gentlemen, and that is a big win. Little bit of controversy in my opinion, but we'll see more between these two teams before it's all said and done. For the body, Mean Scheme saying so long and good night.